Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we have, hey yo man, we got some more the trial of young Dolph's murderers, man. You know what I'm saying? That's still going on, and boys are the doozy. We gonna go into it, all right? We also got inmate 37452-054. All right, we gonna talk a little bit about that, man. Apparently he said that his parties would get him locked up a long time ago, so I guess it all has come to fruition. All right, we got Al B. Shore calling for a deeper investigation into the diddler based off of his knowledge. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go a little bit into that. And we also got him T.I. Tiny with the win, and T.I. and Boosie with the loss. Again, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source. Yo, if this is your first time to the channel, be sure to hit that like button if you're feeling any part of the content. We definitely appreciate that. That notification bell's waiting for your tap, so go on and give it a tap. And that subscribe button's waiting for your subscription, man. So go on and touch that to your check this out, man. The trial of young Dolph's killers have started, man. Man, is it a doozy, as we just said, man. Look, it's been revealed by the men that actually murked Dolph that they were hired to do the hit by Yo Gotti's brother, Big Jook. Now, I don't know if you knew, but Yo Gotti had beef with young Dolph at one point, okay? Apparently, they're saying, well, the idea is this. They're saying that Big Jook put a $100K bag on Dolph's head. Now, after clips from the trial in the news hit the headlines, right? I mean, it went from bad to worse, man. Yo Gotti has now been targeted by a number of people who have been issuing threats at him in the comment section of his posts on the gram. All right, he shared a video of Moneybagg Yo thumbing through some stacks, right? And he made a statement. Let me see if I can pull it up. So he said, yo, everybody go wish Moneybagg Yo a happy loaf day. He's a blessing to the streets with a deluxe this week, 9/27. Speak now or, and then he put hashtag a gift to the streets. First comment says, you better watch your back for the rest of the year. Damn, that ain't good. Somebody else said, everything done in the dark shall come to the light. Somebody else said, your time is coming. Somebody else says, Gotti, you gonna die. Just watch. Somebody else said, you killed your own brother to save yourself. And another comment said, your time is coming. None of that sounds good to me. All of that sounds horrific. All right. Essentially, they letting them know they coming for him now. Okay. Now we don't know if these are people that are just trolling or these are people that are for real with it. But here's the thing. One thing I do remember. Okay. When young Dolph was murdered, right? When he died, let's say he died on a Thursday or whatever it was. Matter of fact, let me see if I can. I'll give you the date, right? I'm gonna say. Was it? I'm gonna just go like this. Young Dolph, right? When was he murdered? He was murdered on November 17th, okay, 2021. Now I'm gonna go back in time, right? All right, so I went back in November 17th, 2021 was on a Wednesday, okay? When he got murdered on that Wednesday, by that weekend, there's about 30 people that were murdered in retaliation. Then, months later, they arrested the 2 people that actually murked him, meaning they killed about 30 people that didn't even carry out the hit. Now, eventually, they did hit Yo Gotti's brother, which is definitely horrific. But I mean, they're saying, you know, that the shooter said he was the one that put the money on the $100K bag on Dolph's head. So it just came back. It just came back to him. Okay, that's horrible stuff right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I mean, I don't know, man. Hopefully everybody, hopefully. I don't know. Hopefully justice is served. I mean, just throw it out there like that. Hopefully justice is served all the way around. Okay. Now, a clip has surfaced of inmate 37452-054, the diddler. Okay. Stating that his legendary parties would eventually get him arrested. Take a listen.
Your parties are the hottest ticket around.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. We gonna hear about my parties. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we wanna have a good time. You know, whenever you bring up a different element into people's environment, things that broaden people's horizon, people get intimidated. There's a lot of people out there that feel intimidated by it, and it ain't nothing but breaking down racial barriers, breaking down generation barriers. People from all walks of life. Ron Perlman talking to Jay-Z. Jay-Z talking to, you know what I'm saying? It just goes on and on, you know, it's just like people from all walks of life connecting and getting together. Yeah.
Your parties are the hottest ticket in town. People dying to get into your party. How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's cool. You know, it doesn't make me feel any way special. It doesn't make me feel like a bigger person. It just makes me feel like I know how to throw a party.
He said, this is what he said. He said, you gonna hear about my parties. He said, they gonna be shutting me down. They gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just cause we wanna have a good time. Cause we wanna have a good time. How you wanna have a good time? Hey, look. We hearing about the parties now, but they bringing up the they bringing up the parts of the party that I don't think bro wanted brought up. You follow me? Now they even talking about them damned freak offs, man. Okay, and if that wasn't enough, right? It appears now, okay, with everything that we're seeing, everyone is leaning in a bit more closely to what folks like Gene Deal is saying, and now Gene Deal is mentioning that party spirit that the diddler had, it didn't stop with him. Apparently, like father, potentially like sons. Okay? Take a listen to what he had to say about Diddy's sons.
You know, I think they're not telling the whole truth, is that because of the situation in Miami and the situation in California, and they closed the clubs like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. or something like that, that Justin and Christian was bringing big vans of girls and people back to the mansion and giving parties and stuff like that. And a lot of those stuff were their parties. A lot of that shit was their parties. It wasn't always Puff parties. It was his son's parties.
Hey, look, man. If anybody had eyewitness accounts, bro did. Real talk. Like, if anybody had eyewitness accounts of what was going down, bro did. And a lot of people did not say anything, man. Now, we haven't heard charges or anything filed against his sons and stuff like that. So may I emphasize at this point, it is not a crime to have a party, no. But there can be crimes done at your party, 100%. And if drugs are present at the party and crime is present, I asked the question. I said, I wonder if a host could get in trouble if there are drugs and all kinds of criminality happening at a party. I had to look it up. Apparently, it can be a liability to the host that's throwing the party. One, okay? There is host responsibility. The person throwing the party, that person could be held accountable for illegal activities that occur on their property, including drug use, okay? That's known as the social host liability law, okay? I think in Georgia they have social host liability laws. Texas, they have social host liability laws. A lot of states have them, okay? And liability can include property damage, you know what I mean? All the way up to wrongful death, okay? Now, knowledge of drug, that's another thing. If you were aware, right? Or if you were aware or had like a reasonable knowledge that drugs were present or being used at your party, it's possible that you could face legal consequences, such as being charged with possession or allowing illegal activities to take place, stuff like that. So if drug use at your party leads to harm, like somebody overdoses or it could cause an accident, you could face civil and criminal charges for endangering guests or negligence, right? And what we know about the Diddy parties, we know there was a lot of drugs there. A lot of illegal drugs were present. And a lot, look, bro was talking about folks being in locked rooms, okay? And damn near pimped out, right? Which is just another key indicator that it's miraculous more people are not held liable for damages under their watch. You follow me? Or that this man hasn't really gotten in trouble a long time ago. But I think there might have been some crooked law enforcement that were involved with, bro. I mean, if you're getting away with crimes, right, for approximately 20 years, chances are that law enforcement knew of your antics and did absolutely nothing about it. I mean, there's no way you can make me believe law enforcement ain't part of that. Okay, y'all you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all listen to all kinds of phone calls and stuff like that. Y'all keep trying to give me tickets when I just crossed the yellow light. Y'all can't find this man that's been trafficking people and and violating them for the last 2 decades, bro. But you catching me at the light, right? Because I ran a yellow. Like, you caught me. That's the thing that be pissing me off, man, when I be thinking about little things like that. You know what I'm saying? It made me mad. Anyway, the artist Al B. Sure is calling out authorities and publicists. Okay, this man is going in. He is calling for a deeper investigation into the diddler. Okay, he said that the diddler tried to silence him for exposing the truth. All right, now I know a lot of y'all might have heard about like some kind of book that was quote unquote released. It's some kind of a book from Kim Porter or something like that. Al B. Sure is pushing back against the book, saying that the joint is filled with falsehoods. All right. So as you probably, I don't know if you knew or not, but Al B. Sure was cool with Kim Porter, all right? Kim Porter was the woman that Puff was with initially. I don't know if he was married to her or not, but she died of a pneumonia, okay? A lot of people, well, it's been said that a lot of people have died with pneumonia, okay? Like early in life, that around bro, all right? Which made people believe, and then when I think like they looked into the when there was somebody that tried to do the autopsy, the person that tried to do the autopsy, he died, okay, and then somebody else got involved and they got sick. Something weird, like there's a bunch of weirdness around it, right? Apparently, Kim Porter was under the impression that folks were trying to poison her. All right, which means that somebody has access to some kind of a concoction that can make it look like people are dying of, you know what I'm saying, like their heart failure and pneumonia. But let me read what Al B. Sure got. He hashtagged a couple of people. He hashtagged the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, U.S. Department of Justice, DOJ, the DEA, Drug Enforcement Administration, and the CIA. Okay, so the FBI, DOJ, DEA, and CIA, LAPD headquarters, NYPD headquarters, and who is this? LVM PD? Who's that? Las Vegas? I guess it's Las Vegas. I don't know. Okay, let's see what he wrote. All right, he put hashtag peep game. He said, for over a decade and a half, I'm going to read exactly the whole thing that he said, okay? Because this might be eye-opening. He said, I've been posting for over a half. Come on, man. Can you read it proper, man? Read it proper, man. All right, look. Peep game. For over a decade and a half, I've been posting about and tagging random law enforcement agencies in hopes to protect loved ones, avoid deaths and tragedies that could have all been avoided. Despite this, I've been ignored, ridiculed, and medically silenced to cover up these crimes you're all now aware of by a very aggressive PR team and costly campaign to silence and physically harm me for exposing. People need to be looking into this. He's not hashtagging these people for nothing. He said, it only aimed to prevent me from further sharing publicly the facts and insights that Lady Kim Porter shared with me during our frequent and intimate conversations with her selfless attempts to save my life by sharing frequent plans to do harm and possibly by ending my life. So she's letting you know, right? She's letting you know that Kim Porter told him that they were trying to kill him, okay? Let me just say it as bluntly as possible. He puts hashtag, let me keep it going. He said, I'm writing this post to formally request an investigation into an entire group of individuals who worked at or around the residence of Miss Kim Porter, including the publicists who assisted drafting this. Interesting. He says it's come to my attention that these persons were also instructed to steal her computer and mobile devices, which contained her original book notes. So apparently she was writing a book. Original notes are distinct from the fabricated BS and offensive pages circulated through Amazon, which depict graphic sexual acts involving me that never took place and were edited and added after Miss Porter's tragic murder. So he is now saying that book that's being circulated on Amazon has fabricated information that involves him that never took place. He said, I urge you to consider who authorized such a fictitious publication without categorizing it as calculated fiction. The publicists and conspirators worked in concert, so they worked together, from separate camps launching this campaign, which appears to be a very personal and deliberate distraction from their involvement in covering horrific crimes, assisted in and perplexed the public for many years, which I have personally experienced and cautiously deemed just a medical crisis, for legal reasons until the rest of these atrocities were uncovered by authorities, making it more believable to a gullible public that has been fooled for so long. Now, that's a crazy run-on sentence, all right? That's what I think it is. Wait, is that all one sentence? Golly, let me try to break this down for your boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait, who you talking about? Your boy. I'm saying, like, for, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to break it down. Like, I'm trying to break this down for your boy that you're going to be trying to relate this to. Listen, it says the publicists and the co-conspirators. Come on now. It don't say that. What does it say? It said the publicists and conspirators worked together from separate camps, launching a campaign which appears to be very personal and a very deliberate distraction from their involvement in covering horrific crimes. So it sounds like he's saying people from different camps were involved in some crime. Help me if I'm wrong here now. You know I be needing help, okay? But it sounds like he's saying people in different camps were involved in horrific crimes. They assisted in these crimes. And what they did was they all came together, right? And then they wrote and fabricated, added in all kinds of sensational details so to cover up their crimes. So I guess their crimes were covered with these other sensational details that might make anybody that wants to say anything look like they can't even be trusted because they're involved in the writings. You follow me? He says, and perplexed the public for many years, which I have personally experienced and cautiously deemed just a medical crisis for legal reasons until the reasons of these atrocities were uncovered by authorities, making it more believable to a gullible public that has been fooled for so long. So he essentially said they've been trying to fool y'all, okay, with this information. Now, he said, to be continued, part 2 in the next post. Here's your next post. He goes, it's still hashtag to all the same people. He said, Miss Porter's missing devices, allegedly already in evidence, unquestionably contain the critical evidence that have been concealed. So it sounds like he's saying, what y'all have found, I am now saying I know about. And I'm telling you, I know about what y'all found. That is Miss Porter's missing devices, if I'm understanding him correctly. He said, I'm convinced that evidence corroborates closely with details outlined in a recently released public indictment document. Additionally, it is pertinent to note that the individuals involved in this matter may also be connected to also concealing alleged murders of several prominent artists. Who are the prominent artists that were murdered? I'm curious. He said, a situation that has left many bewildered, yet those who are immersed in the culture and familiar with the intricacies of the entertainment industry may have a clearer understanding of the obvious. So he's saying there's a lot of people that know about these murders that went on, okay? And a lot of them are artists. If you ask the artists, they'll tell you, is what he's saying, okay? He continues on and says, it is with a heavy heart that I reflect on the legacy of our beloved lady Kim Porter. It is truly disheartening to think that those she considered close friends and who were financially compensated by her perpetrators, in other words, she's saying some of her friends were paid off, may have conspired with the perpetrator to hide or obscure the truth and tarnish her name, my name, and her unfinished book notes with these ridiculous and unfounded narratives. He's saying they added information to her valid information to make her valid information look incorrect. He goes, the absence of Miss Porter leaves a void. There is an emptiness, depriving her of the opportunity to address these inaccuracies personally and to share her own factual memoirs detailing the brutal terror and madness that she endured. Check all who text messages, it sounds like he said, check all who text messages of those who serve in a PR capacity. He's telling FBI, CIA, DEA, he's saying check the PR's text messages, right, who serve in a PR capacity, as they have brilliantly and underhandedly crafted this fictitious story to service a personal vendetta. He's saying check the PR person. That person knows a lot. You know, the PR person that might have even just stepped down. What was her name? I forgot her name. The one that looked like J-Lo. What's her name? Damn, I forgot her name. Let me see her name. Here she goes. PR guru Natalie Moore, right? She's the one that just recently stepped down. He's saying you need to go check the PR's text messages because she might have some valuable, matter of fact, he didn't say might. Let me just read this again because I don't want to. Hey, look. She stepped down. If she committed no crime, then hand over the phone and let them check the text messages. Like, if you check, if you think I'm part of a elaborate RICO enterprise that involves murder, right? And you like, yo, man, I think you got information on your text messages. Hit the phone, check the messages. You ain't gonna find nothing. If I'm innocent, but if I'm guilty, I don't want you nowhere near my phone, okay? Check this out. He says, I'm just reading what he says. He says, check all who text messages of those who serve in a PR capacity, as they have brilliantly and underhandedly crafted this fictitious story to service a personal vendetta. He goes, there's more. There's so much to unpack. They need to pull this man into a room and ask him some questions. Ask him like, yo, lay it out, whatever. And then we'll see if what you're saying corroborates. He says, unfortunately, I'm the only survivor by the blessings of a medical team that initially gave up because of multiple system organ failures, septic, intubated on a ventilator for 38 days, and forced to visit death's doorstep. But the God that I serve and worship had another plan. Maybe this is part of the plan, to expose how deep and how elaborate and these people be brought to justice. He says, keep in mind that this is just the G-rated version of what I endured over a decade plus to silence the OG. I also kept forensic records of every individual who was sent my way to set me up, track me, gaslight me, and allegedly cause harm to my system. So it sounds like he was saying that he kept forensic records of every individual who was sent my way to set me up. You got forensic records of the people that was trying to set you up? I don't know. That sounds weird. Maybe I misunderstand what he said. But part 3, he continues. He says, unfortunately, this is a bombshell. Unfortunately, he says, Kimberlina was taken away from us too soon, and before she could complete her true thoughts, before this fake unauthorized edit released on Amazon, which the disappearance of her computer and vital evidence raises significantly more questions. In other words, he's saying that memoir that came out, don't believe it, don't buy it, it's mixed in with fairy tales. He says, it is evident that her potential to expose the realities of her personal abuses, as being drugged, the ex-trafficking and the human trafficking she was privy to, akin to the brave actions of Miss Cassie Ventura, posed a threat to those profiting from such heinous activities. I guess he's saying, hence they had to murder her. In a nutshell, he goes, Kimberly was allegedly taken from us because she was set on course to accomplish what Miss Cassie Ventura did by igniting the bonfire which brings us here today with the avalanche that has brought Satan to their chambers. He goes, let us honor the memory of Kim Porter, acknowledging the strength, the struggles that she faced, and the truth that she sought to reveal in her own personal notes. Not this, let's not honor the memory, he goes, not this fake unauthorized nonsense that uses my name to keep dragging me as social punishment for exposing this years ago. So he's saying they tried to say that he was crazy. They tried to say all these underhanded things. Even he was involved with Kim Porter. He's saying they're trying to say this to drag me to cover their own tracks. He goes, there will be significant suit headed right for the heads of the responsible parties who dragged my name into this bullish. Kim and I talked right up to a few days just before her demise. She was in good health, and we are in such a great friend space reminiscing. We were in such a great friend space reminiscing about old times and celebrating news of our son's accomplishments. He goes, no affair. We were just great friends. Warriors for Kim Porter hashtags. He goes, we must continue to advocate for justice and ensure that every one of the individuals who conspired against her are held accountable and prosecuted to the highest extent of the law. I'm gonna need y'all to hit the like button on this video, and I'm gonna tell you why. The like button shares this out, right? It shares out the video, share it out to a lot of people, okay? A lot of people, he hashtags the FBI, the CIA, the DOJ. Let me tell you something, man. One of the reasons why this monster, right, You human trafficking people, you ex trafficking people, and all that other stuff. You got assault rifles with serial numbers scratched off, which most likely means that there's bodies on those assault rifles. You got drugs. You're poisoning people, locking people indoors. Use a monster, okay? If you's a monster, right, you need to be put away so that you're not getting our nieces and our daughters and whatnot, our sisters, our mothers and whatnot, okay? Monsters need to be put away, and everybody connected to enabling and empowering the monster need to be put away. And videos like this has the authorities just check and see if these people are, because we've been saying this for quite some time, and y'all just arrested bro. And y'all arrested bro based off of a lot of credible information that you've been hearing about, bro. And here you have Albie Shaw telling you point blank, clear and simple, plain as day, you need to be checking into some of these text messages and some of these other people and some of these other celebrities that have a lot of information. These people need to be subpoenaed and they need to be questioned so we can get the monsters off the street. Because a lot of times when stuff like this go down, the monsters, they dig underground and they know how to hide to get away from the fire that's spreading in their direction. You follow me? These people, they don't want to pay for their crimes. The people that commit crimes, they don't want to pay for it. They want to be able to commit crime, terrorize people in the community, be able to pay off law enforcement and stuff like that, government officials if necessary, so that they can continue their elaborate crimes to your demise. And they will kill you off for saying something. So let's check and see if Albie Shaw, what he's saying is correct. Hit the like button so we can spread this sucker out. Okay? We appreciate Albie Shaw for going into the details of that, because all that stuff that he said is super horrific. All right, let me go to my shout outs real quick. Okay, where my shout outs at? I know I got shout outs on deck here. Let me just go. Let's see. All right, look, man. Shout out to Tyler Jamal, man. My man hit me with $5. Okay, $5. Y'all still doing this? Y'all still hitting the channel off with $5, man, letting us know that you financially supporting us. We do appreciate it, man. It means a lot, man. You can spend that $5 on a lot of things, man, but you blessing us with it. So we appreciate your blessing, man. You know what I mean? Real talk, that does mean a lot to us, all right? JD Mambi said, hi, Celeb. She said, I am from the Netherlands. I love to listen to you every day. Keep doing the good work so you know you have a big fan here in the Netherlands. She said, God bless you and keep blessing your work. She said, what is that? How you say that? Roaches? Somebody enunciate that sucker for me, okay? In the comments below. Help your boy out. It was a greeting. Thank you, JD Mambi. Okay, I do appreciate that. That does mean a lot, man. We international over here, man. You know what I'm saying? People from all over the world is hearing about y'all shout outs and hearing us, man, and we appreciate that. Okay, Kick It in Converse said, the problem is y'all mixing the parties with the freak offs. Y'all need to wait on the names from the freak offs, not the parties. I know. Jason Lee, he jumped the gun with it. He was like, oh, let me tell you about what's going on in the party. Cuff the parties, bro. We don't care about the parties. Folks want to know about the freak offs. Why you want to know about the freak offs so bad, though, yo? You know what I'm saying? Because you want to know who's this dirty, nasty freak? You know what I'm saying? When I think of freak, I think of people that lick doorknobs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's a freak. You lick a doorknob, you're a freak. Okay? You like, well, if you got kids around, get rid of them. Tell them close their ears for a second or just fast forward the next 10 seconds. You ready? Here we go. You's a freak if you stick your penis in the sewer. You know that, right? If you stick your penis in the sewer, you's a damn freak. Okay? And you belong in the... No, you don't belong in the freak off. Okay, all clean now. House of Flux said, I like that you yell at yourself for me. Thank you, Celeb, for saving me some energy. Hey, look, come on, man. You be yelling at the phone when I be talking, man. Y'all can talk back to me. It's cool. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll be hearing y'all. King of oneself. Oh, I like that. Well, do I like that? Yeah, I think I do. No, I don't. But king of oneself, I you know what I'm saying? I get where you were going with it. My man said, why everybody keep talking about Sean Combs, but nothing about Donald Trump and his 34 felonies, and he's still free? That's what we should all be talking about. Marching and rioting, about to keep it 100. What you think, brother? Word, man. Like, how... That, like, the 34 felony thing, that's a problem, man. If bro don't... That's a problem. Like everybody got to pay. No, the rule of law says no one is above the law. Hit the like button if you agree that no one is above the law. You follow me? Nobody should be above the law. A president should not be above the law. You can't just go grabbing women by the coochie, bruh. You can't just go and grab them because you're rich and just, here, come get over here and then grab them by the. That's not like you can't grip it like that. You can't just do that, bro. Gosh, somebody, yeah, we ain't talking about that enough. we distracted. Okay. All right, April Lassiter. April Lassiter's slick. April Lassiter hit us with $10, right? So that makes me like, wow, you hit it with $10, man. I appreciate that. Then she says, sir, the son, Jesus, is blackety black, like copper burned in a furnace, as per Revelation 1, chapter 1, verse 14 and 15. I know you already know that, so I'm not sure why you said that Middle Eastern thing. Middle of what? Jerusalem is in the northeast Africa. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob were all black men born in Africa. I love and support your channel, but you got to get this part right, bro. Jesus Christ is a black man, just like Solomon, David, and Moses. We have to believe in him as it was written in the scriptures, per John 7, verse 38. Okay, listen. Here's the thing. I do appreciate the $10. That really does mean a lot. Okay, it really does. And you know, where you put your treasure is, that's where you put your heart. And right now I'm trying to stall for time so I can look up John 7:38 to see what it says. It says, anyone who believes in me may come and drink, for the scriptures declare rivers of living water will flow from his heart. That's word. Okay, I felt that. Now listen. In the chapter of Revelation, chapter 1 of Revelation, the Apostle John gets a vision, and the vision he gets, or the image he gets, or the revelation he gets, is delivered to him by the glorified Jesus of Nazareth. He's in a glorified state. When God is in a glorified state, I don't know if you remember, but when God met Moses, right? God didn't fully get to, like it said, Moses spoke to God face to face as a man speaks to his friend. But then Moses asked God for something different. It said he spoke to him face to face. But then Moses said, let me see, God, your glory. That is, let me see that brightness and that beauty and that splendor that you reveal, like that you show people that you're Almighty God. Let me see your glory. I want to see your face in his glory. God says, can't nobody see my face and live. Can't nobody see my glory. Now, you know what God does? He says, I'm gonna pass by in front of you and I'm gonna let you see a part of me, but you can't see my face. You know what God does? He shows him his backside. Real talk. I'm not making this up. He really did that. Read it for yourself. Exodus 34. I think it's Exodus 34. See, now I got to check. Oh, gosh. My bad. I had it wrong. It was Exodus 33. You know what I'm saying? But he essentially said, you can't see me in my glory. So that is what the Apostle John saw. And when he did see him, you're right. It said that like his feet were like burnished brass, and he had hair like wool, and he had eyes like with flames of fire. Okay. If you also read in Ezekiel chapter 1, Ezekiel has a vision of God too, and it looks very similar. But he says what he saw was somebody sitting in the throne, and the person looked like nothing but fire. Okay, they looked like they were like they had it looked like they had like fire or flames coming up off of them. All right, so this is the description or the image that is constantly said of God in a somewhat of a glorified state, but not fully. Okay, I think that's what the Apostle John saw. He saw a little bit of that, almost muted glory, if you will. Okay, muted. All right. Do we have any other shout outs? Is that my last one? I think that was my last one. All right. Let's get right back to it. Wrap this bad boy up, man. All right. And finally, all right, listen, man. T.I. and Tiny have just infuriated a ninja. Okay. All right. And now is your turn to be infuriated. The multimillionaires have just won a $71 million lawsuit right in front of you, who's watching Walmart prices inch higher like floodwaters, okay? A jury in Cali awarded T.I. and Tiny $71 million in their lawsuit against the toy giant MGA Entertainment. They're the ones that have them LOL surprise OMG dolls and stuff like that. You know the ones I'm talking about, okay? The Harrises have stated that the dolls violated the intellectual property rights of their teen pop group OMG Girls, okay? They had 3 separate trials. The jury looked at Yo Paycheck to Paycheck and ruled that T.I. and Tiny needed to be awarded $17.9 million in damages and $53.6 million in punitive damages, okay? Handed them the money, looking you straight in the eye, okay? While you sit there and penny pinch at the damn pump. Apparently, okay, Tiny was very shocked about the win. And she said this, take a listen.
We did this for the city, we did this for the culture, you know, and it was a fight, you know what I'm saying? It was a hell of a fight. This fight been started in 2020, and it's now 24, and we couldn't be more happy, man. I wanted to come on here. I honestly wanted to come on here to say we wanted to thank the jurors for, like, just seeing us through this, man, and just believing in what we said, and they heard our story, and they knew we wasn't lying. Okay? It's right there. All right. They knew we wasn't lying, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's up. Yeah, what's up, King? You don't need a purse, yeah, give me my purse. They knew we wasn't lying, and, man, it's amazing that they seen us through God, willing everybody, and our girl, Neek at night. Yeah. Megan, she was there. Rolling Stones. So yeah, thank y'all, man. And hey, we finna turn up a little bit one time.
Yeah. See, that's like, you know, they look. Now, let me just throw this out here, okay? They did have 3 trials, as far as I understand. The first trial ended in a mistrial, and the toy company, I think they won like the second trial or something like that. But a Supreme Court ruling in another case triggered a retrial for T.I. and Tiny. And after the win, Tiny said that T.I. said he said I think justice was served. I think it's a testament to the relentlessness and resilience of my wife, daughter, and nieces. He said, we're just happy we were able to come out on top and fight for creatives and our intellectual property that large corporations seem to think is just public domain and free for all to come and grab and use like it's a Diddy party or something. Close quote. You know, hold on, he ain't said that. No, he ain't said that. But it feels like it fit, right? He might as well have said it. It means the same thing, right? Kind of, sort of. Whatever. Listen, that's the good news, okay? But here's the bad news. T.I.'s son, King, and Boosie's son, Tootie Raw, they were on a video set. And both sons were getting chewed out by their fathers, right? Favers, they fathers. They were getting chewed out because they had heat on the set. Like heat? H-E-A-T, heat. They had heat on the set of their video or whatever it was that they were shooting, okay? Take a look at the joint real quick.
Let's see. I was talking good for y'all. And then they want to go on tour. They want to go on tour without these guns and shit. Man, they should have laughed at me, man. I can't believe it, man. And you got a gun in your book there? So motherfucking 12 pull up and they say, hey, who do you belong to? Who raised their hand? Somebody got to raise their hand. I've been seeing him around too there a lot. You gonna raise your own hand? I've been seeing him around too much there. Huh? Well, when you got drugs, it ain't I know that. When y'all got drugs around those legal guns, they called, it's not possession of a firearm and commission of a crime, sir. That is a felony. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. You been around through there a lot, man. You gotta talk. Yeah, you gonna be taking some licks. You been hanging. This shit ain't.
I was furious, man, and I don't blame him. He was like, if Father Muck and 12 pull up and say, hey, who do you belong to? Like, you know what I'm saying? Who raised their hand? Somebody got to raise their hand. Possession of a firearm and the commission of a crime, that's a felony, right? Close quote. You're like, well, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. I mean, whatever, I guess, okay? The crazier thing is this. Well, first of all, I love to see both fathers together chastising their sons while everybody's just sitting there looking along, right? But the question is, Are them boys gonna listen? Like, it would be great, right, if they listen. But it's very possible that the young men who both have frontal lobes not fully developed may not pay close attention. And by not paying attention, they're placing themselves in a position where their parents may not have the means to get them out. You follow me? Like, money can't get you out of prison. Like, cause look at the diddler, okay? In other words, what I'm saying is this. To look cool, right, they're exposing themselves to potential slavery, because prison is a form of enslavement. Remember, the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution, the law of our land, abolished slavery and involuntary servitude, but it has an exception attached. It says, look, it's going to abolish slavery and involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime of which the party shall have been duly convicted. In other words, prison labor, forced labor, legalized slavery is used as a form of punishment to lawbreakers. These young men are playing a game where they are exposing themselves to potential slavery. To do what? To look cool in front of people that don't care? You follow me? Twerking guns and waving drugs. It doesn't make anyone cool. Look, it don't make anybody even think you're cool, okay? You just look like a follower and a pretender that looks like they trying to look cool. A lot of people get respect without their guns. You know that, right? Hopefully they understand that. It's possible to get respect without guns. And if you need a gun to be respected, no one's going to respect you really, okay? Real respect comes from who you are and not what you have. Does that make sense? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Am I talking crazy? Yeah, I mean, I don't think I am. But I mean, these young people need to learn. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of people are very, very busy trying to impress people that really don't care about them. Let's say you were able to show to somebody that you really got money, or you really paid, or you ain't broke. You know what I'm saying? You ain't a brokey or whatever. You think people are gonna sit around and like admire you for that? You know what I'm saying? They don't admire you because you got a lot of money. I don't think it works that way. Okay? They might admire the money, but they don't admire you. They definitely don't like you if you got more money than them. Okay? That's just the way it is. Okay? Because everybody's pride is in competition with everybody else's pride. Yo, let us know your thoughts in the comments below, man. Be sure to like. Be sure to subscribe. Yo, I appreciate y'all coming through, man, supporting our channel. Real talk. Hit that like button for Al B. Shore one time. You know what I'm saying? That man made a lot of hot tracks for us, okay? And they tried to kill him. And I remember when he was in the hospital, and we was hoping that he got better. And the man got better. And he tagged the FBI, CIA, DOJ. You think he lying? I don't think so. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news.